So for this assessment, we're going to be doing push-up test, and that's a muscular endurance test in your chest, shoulders, and arms. Test is suitable for people 15 to 69, but if you have any shoulder problems or lower back pain or even osteoporosis, we'll advise you not to do this test. I'll demonstrate proper push-up in the C-set protocols. So first you want to start by lying down like this and make sure your feet are touching together and your toes have a pivot point. And then you're going to put your elbows, your hands and your shoulders in line together and your hands pointing forward. And then you're just going to push up from there. And then you're going to make sure your chin touches the ground and nothing else does. And then that's considered a perfect push-up in the C-set protocols. So if you want to demonstrate two of them, I'll check your form, make sure everything's good. Yes.
So I have to start from the ground?
Yeah, you start from the ground.
It's just too short.
No, start there. Start lying down, yeah, like that. And make sure your hands are shoulder width apart, like you got them right there. Hands are pointed forward, that looks good. And just push up from there. And then just make sure your chin touches the ground and nothing else does. That looks good to me. There's two, all right, that's good. And so if I see like an incorrect repetition, which would be, let's say your hips kind of like flaring inwards and you're not, like your feet, knees, hips, stomach, and ears are not in line, that'll be considered an incorrect repetition. I'll tell you that rep doesn't count, but continue to keep going until muscular fatigue, so until you can't physically do another push-up. And yeah, okay, so we're gonna start this. I'm gonna just make sure your speed is right. Like, don't try to go too fast, because if you start to slow down, the test will be over. Yeah, it'll be over, even if you can do more push-ups. It's all about keeping the correct cadence, the correct speed throughout the entire test. All right, actually, here, we'll kind of move this forward so your feet don't touch the door.
Is it going on?
Yeah, just let me know when you're ready.
Alright, I'm ready.
Alright, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, looks good. 5, 6, 7, all the way down. 8, yep, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, watch the hips, 14, okay, that one doesn't count, just watch the hips.
Is it like going up?
It's flaring down, your hips are kind of flaring down. Okay, that's good, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, okay, 22. All right, so for your health benefit rating for push-ups, since you got 22, you are 22 years old, and that would be considered good, so good job. If you want to improve that, obviously you're going to want to do more push-ups, and then maybe lower the body fat percentage a little bit, make it a little bit easier on your arms and shoulders and chest. But overall, that's good, and just keep working. All right, for our cardio assessment, we're going to be doing the cycle ergometer test, the YMCA test. Get a good look at that bike. It's called Marvin Query we got going on. This test is suitable for clients 15 to 69, not suitable for people who have knee pain, lower back pain, or osteoporosis. So for the test protocols, we're going to be first doing a warm-up where there's no weight loaded on the tray. The tray itself weighs half a kilogram. And we're going to be doing a 3-minute warm-up. We may use a 4th minute if we haven't reached steady state heart rate by the 3rd minute. And steady state heart rate, since we're using an electronic monitor, heart rate monitor, it's anywhere in between 4 beats per minute within 1 minute interval. We're gonna ask the client to pedal, keep a cadence of 50 RPM throughout the entire test. We're gonna record the heart rate during the final 10 seconds of each minute. And like I said, if steady start heart rate has been achieved after the 3rd minute, we'll be going into the 2nd interval. And if it hasn't, we'll be doing a 4th minute, sorry. To determine how much weight we add on in the 2nd interval, we'll be checking the client's heart rate after the 1st workload. And if it's anywhere between, if it's 80 beats per minute or lower, we'll be adding 2 kilograms to the tray. If it's 80 to 89 beats per minute, we'll be adding 1.5 kilograms. If it's 90 to 100 beats per minute, we'll be adding 1 kilogram. And if it's 100 or over, we'll be adding 0.5 kilogram. And after that, each interval is only added, we only add 0.5 kilogram to each interval. All right, so we've already done the test setup. He's checked the seat height for his iliac crest, and the arm height is right in line with the seat height. So I've already explained to him how to properly get on the bike. So you're gonna put both feet over each side, and then you're gonna step with whichever pedal is on the ground first, and then get up with the pedal that's on top, and then sit back into the seat. You're just gonna keep a straight spine throughout the entire test, and we should be ready to go. All right, so my client is just about to finish his 3rd minute in the 1st workload. His heart rate after the 2nd minute was 86, and his heart rate right now is at 90. So we're gonna be adding a 1 kilogram weight to this during the 2nd workload, and then increase it by 0.5 kilogram each workload. All right, workload 2 is done. After his heart rate after the 2nd minute was 108, and his heart rate after the 3rd minute was 115. So we added an extra minute and did the 4th minute, sorry, and his heart rate was at 119, so it got to steady state. So now we're gonna go into workload 3 and add in another 0.5 kilogram. So the 3rd workload is completed, and he achieved steady state heart rate after the 3rd minute. So now we're gonna add another 0.5 kilogram and get into the 4th workload. So the test is completed now, and I'm just having him do a 5-minute cool down with no weight on the tray. He completed his 4th workload and achieved steady state heart rate after the 4th minute. And he also achieved his 85% predicted heart rate max of 168 with that 4th minute. So now we're going to be starting active recovery, and that entails us just kind of walking around and him recovering slowly. And for every minute, we're going to be taking his heart rate for a minimum of 3 minutes, and then if his heart rate hasn't gone below 99 beats per minute, we're going to add a 4th minute, and a 5th minute if we need it. All right, and that's active recovery. We're going to be doing passive recovery, and that is we're going to be taking his heart rate every minute for a minimum of 3 minutes, again until as long as it's below 99 beats per minute. And we're going to take his blood pressure every other minute, so the 1st minute and a 3rd minute minimum, and then if his blood pressure hasn't gone below 144 or 94, we'll be using a 5th minute as well. So we're going to do that now. Can I just grab your arm?